Bro. Everyone's going this way. Yo, what is that? Yo, what is that?
So let me get this straight. 2 soldiers from a foreign country came onto American soil on an American college, infiltrated a protest, an American protest, and released chemical weaponry on the students of this American college. And the mainstream media is not talking about it?
2024 is going to be very chaotic. The Simpsons' 3 crazy predictions about 2024 make it seem even weirder. Number 1 has already happened. Number 3, war between the US and China. In one episode, a news anchor says sadly that America and China have declared war. A big nuclear attack is expected to reach our shores within an hour. With what is happening in the world now, there is a high chance of this happening. Number 2, the 2024 virus. The Simpsons predict another virus outbreak will happen in 2024. The episode shows how a burger leads to a zombie apocalypse after high-quality cows are made into meat sauce and fed to cows. Then humans make the cows into burgers and eat them, becoming zombies. Number 1, global inflation and economic crisis. The Simpsons predict an economic crisis for America in 2023. In an episode, a man tells Homer about anarchy and how the end of civilization is coming soon to America. But Homer says America can't collapse because we are strong like ancient Rome. Do you think 2024 will be a normal year? Or is it the beginning of the end?
Grab it and put it in. And just close it up fast. Close it up good. That's good, Dan. That's good. It's alright. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. We need to take the doll out of that case, put it in the original Ed Warren case. So that's what we're going to do tonight. Why do you do it? Well, we have to do it because of the movement of the case for repairs. But Ed Warren told me how to do it if I ever had to move the doll. And Dan just got recently blessed this morning by a priest, and so did I. I don't want direct contact with the skin. That's the way Ed told me. Don't touch it with your bare skin. And Dan, put those both hands out. I'll take this. As you can see, we're drenching his hands in water. In the name of Jesus Christ, Lord, protect us from any evil, inhuman, or demonic entities that may surround this or infuse in this doll. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Okay. And now she's transferred. One more time. Okay. Now she's transferred over. And we're going to keep her in there temporarily until we can do the noted repairs. Now behind that, just to let you guys know, behind that is the Lord's Prayer imprinted, embossed in this case. Girl.
So here's a better look at the two of them. This is that second guy that came in. You can see him there.
You found my ex-stepfather. Yeah, and he does look like Mike Myers or something from Silence of the Lambs. He actually enjoyed scaring the crap out of me and my family. And I was his prime target growing up, and I shared that with all of you. And one of my videos went viral a couple years ago because of it, because my mom was enabling him through my childhood. I'm glad to see that his outside matches his soul now, because it's just not there. I heard that he was in Prague, but I guess he's trafficking children. I'm not surprised. Any young girl that sees this man, run in the opposite direction. Maybe flip him off at the same time for me. But yeah, the courts let him go. I told you guys he was out there. Be safe.
I went too deep. I went too deep. Have you heard of the prison planet theory? Well, guess who just learned about it? Yeah. I didn't sleep last night. I did not sleep last night, and if you keep watching this, you're probably not going to sleep either. So here I am, minding my own business on Reddit when I found Escaping Prison Planet. And for the next 3 hours, I dove too deep. Here's the gist of it. Essentially, we're all trapped here on Earth. We're all trapped here, and everything we know about, like all the religions that believe in reincarnation, all these different things, yeah, we keep coming back to this Earth because there are astral beings that are harvesting our energy, and they are trapping us here. Sounds crazy, right? Sounds crazy. Well, let's get into the details. Apparently, these beings that are controlling us are these reptilian beings that you always hear about. Well, let's dive into it, In Jainism and Hinduism, they have Nagas, half human, half serpent. The Aztec Empire talked about a serpent-like god that they called Quetzalcoatl. And don't tell me if I pronounced it right or wrong. I don't care, okay? Surely, 2 instances, right? This is just a coincidence. African shamans talk about the Shitari, and it is a race of reptilian beings. The Hopi Indians in North America had the Sheti, which translates to snake brothers. Chinese, Japanese, and Korean legends all talk about the Kappa. And Gnostic texts, which if you don't know about the Gnostics, Gnosis just means knowledge, and basically what the Gnostics believed was after Christ died, you have to have particular knowledge that would save you. Well, the Gnostics, yeah, they believe in archons, which are parasitic entities that feed off of us. We're doing okay? We doing okay? So the question is why? What are these beings doing? Why are they here? Apparently, they have been involved from the foundations of human history in manipulating us, creating this soul trap, harvesting our energy. And what this theory proposes is essentially that light a tunnel that many people have talked about that have had near-death experiences or death experiences. Yeah, it's just to trick us, to essentially wipe us clean, send our souls back, and start the process again. So every major form of religion talks about how we have a soul. Well, we are a soul. We have a body, right? This body is essentially a rental car. And these beings, what they feed off of, what the energy they feed off of is this low vibrational energy. So whether it's stress, whether it's fear, whether it's contention, pain, grief, jealousy, rage, all of it, anxiety, that's what they feed off of. And so they manipulate and they toy with us and they do all these things to create this energy. Now, I don't know if this is true, but that kind of describes the world we live in. Kind of describes it pretty damn well. I mean, look what Tesla says. He says, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. What freaks me out the most is there's so many urban legends talking about these freaking reptilians. That motherfucker right there is not real, right? Like, everything that's going on in freaking Miami, like I think we can all agree that there's multiple dimensions, right? People having experiences on psychedelics where multiple people will take the same thing and they all go to another dimension and see the same thing. Like, how do you explain that? How do you explain that? Explain it to me, please. I'm going way too long with this and I haven't even freaking scratched the surface. But basically, we're just all here. Life is engineered to create this low vibrational energy. And what happens is when we die, when we go through that light tunnel, we're tricked into thinking, hey, you need to go back to Earth. There's more you need to learn, or there's karma you need to resolve, or, there's a higher purpose that you need to do. And we come back and it's the same thing. Listen, I'm a very spiritual person, very spiritual. I believe all of us as humans are connected. I believe you look at every major world religion and there's commonalities, and that it's because it stems from this eternal knowledge. But this freaking scared the crap out of me. Because what if it's all just engineered to trick us? Anyways, I can dive deeper if you guys are interested, but if you're not, whatever. I'll just be sitting up at night, not being able to sleep.
A TikTok user by the name of Jackson the City was in Sunny Isle Beach in Miami, Florida, when all of a sudden he noticed a very strange phenomenon in the horizon. What looks like a huge city, the only problem is there is no city visible from Sunny Isle Beach. So what the heck is going on here? Check this out.
So I'm on a pier, I'm in Miami, near Sunny Isles. I see some weird shit. I want somebody to help me. So I'm gonna show you some comparisons, right? That's a yacht right there, you can see. That's a sailboat right there, that you can see. I'm scanning over here real quick. That is a cargo ship. right there that you can see. Somebody on a jet ski. What the fuck is that? I come out here all the time. I know what cargo ships look like. That's one right there. This one seems like it's further out behind it. It looks like a fucking city. What is that shit?
Check this out, people. So again, there must be something big going on because these humpback whales were caught making the Fibonacci sequence in the water. Check this out, y'all. Look at this. Look how beautiful that is. You know what I'm saying? And the animals communicate to us in this way. They're letting us know something is coming. Because remember all those animals earlier last year? They were all walking around in circles. The ants, the deers, the ducks. Now look at that. The whales, which are highly, highly intelligent animals. Check this out, y'all. Again, the Fibonacci sequence, that's the circle of life. Look at that, the golden ratio. What do you think they're telling us, y'all? So maybe the whales are telling us something is coming or something is here because, you know, it's the spiral, it's a motion. Everything moves in a motion, everything moves in a spiral. Either you spiral up or spiral down. So maybe they're telling us something is here. So again, what do you think they're telling us, you guys? And they were filmed in Antarctica as well. And you know what's going on in Antarctica. A lot of stuff is going on out there. They don't even want us out there. But these whales are putting these beautiful symbols and messages out there. What do you think they're telling us? Let us know down in the comments below, y'all. Please share this video, like, comment, and follow for more like this, y'all. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. You already know what to do, y'all. Keep up with me on my other accounts, especially on my YouTube, where I go deeper on the esoteric level of these topics at hand, y'all. The shift is here, and we're getting it. Peace in.
I really don't think I'm ever gonna be able to escape this shit. Listen to it. Listen to that pounding. Jesus. I mean, this is my whole closet right here. It's my kitchen. Okay, so it seems to be wanting to happen now more in the afternoon, but just to prove that there's nothing there. Jesus Christ. I am finally back to my apartment after the door opened from the Wise Cam, and people were wondering if the door stayed open or not. So we're gonna unlock the door without waking up any more neighbors. And we're gonna see it was still open. All right. Well, that's interesting. That stayed open that whole time. This is the cord in question, the coax cable, and you can see here it goes directly from here down to my Wi-Fi. So I could, I guess, open it like this, but one, I would probably be in the way of the camera here since I'm standing here, but let's try and test this. Here's the door latched all the way shut. I mean, I'm pulling on that pretty hard and it doesn't come out. But if I were to do this and open it, that just kind of pulls the Wi-Fi back. So, I mean, if this cord was the thing that was pulling it, this probably would have knocked off, but I don't know. Oh.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. And here we go with this shit again. I'm just gonna wait and see how long it goes on, because I never not. Stop!
We did it. We did it. We gotta go. There's something covered in the center. Picture? Go, let's go. Is it a timer or what? This is video. Fade the fuck out. Check the road, check the road. Check the road.
Why am I just finding this out?
You know the film Charlie and the Chocolate Factory with Willy Wonka and them? Well, I just found out that the Oompa Loompas weren't from Loompa Land. Nay, they were enslaved Africans. Willy Wonka was an enslaver, giving away tickets to white children to tour his chocolate plantation. Bruh, let me show you. Here's the modern, sanitized version of the book. Aren't they fantastic? No higher than my knee. Look at their funny long hair. Now the original and most popular version during the book's peak. Aren't they fantastic? No higher than my knee. Their skin is almost black. Pygmies they are, imported direct from Africa. I discovered them myself. I brought them over from Africa myself, the whole tribe of them, 3,000 in all. He goes on to say that he smuggled them in large packing cases with holes in them. The Bantu tribe was convinced to work and live at the factory in exchange for cacao beans. Beans. They worked for beans. And now my childhood visceral distaste for this film makes a whole lot more sense.
Looked at my friend in the driver's seat and I just mumbled under my breath, fuck this. I opened the door, jumped out, boom, head hits the concrete. I'm like, I think this hurts, because I wasn't sure if it hurt. And I was like, oh, let me just go home. And then it was hard to get up, and something's like, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Something keeps telling me that, so I keep trying to get up and try to like pull myself. It's hard, so I use like all my force to just pull myself up, and I just, it was like this suction feeling like going right out. And I look down and see a body laying right there, and I'm like, that's my body? I'm like, nah, that's my mind messing with me. I'm just gonna go home now. I took about 3 steps. Everything was just different colors, slow motion. Next thing you know, I'm like, how the could this happen? And I just get this feeling right here from the most dominant force you'll ever feel in your life. I knew it was God because you just know. It was that strong. I could compare it to being hit by lightning every time, just constantly. After every sentence, it was after every statement, just pew, pew, pew. And I had a bunch of questions in my head, and just in the order the questions were in my head, they were answered. I was thinking, who are you? So it was like, let me reintroduce myself. I am God. Yes, I am real. Yes, angels are real. They're a gift from me. Want to meet them? I didn't believe in angels, so I said no. I'm like, I don't want to see no angels. I don't believe in that stuff. Oh, that stuff for TV, I thought. And I just see like this projector screen like comes up. You see a lady walking, like a prostitute. She's walking by. He's like, I love her. Then you see this guy with a suit and a briefcase. He's like, just straight edge. She's like, I love him. And then you see this guy on a skateboard, a joint, and God's like, I love him. What I took from that was he wanted me to know you think you're not good enough, but you are. Because I love everybody. Then he says, I will go to the end of the world so that everyone is with me. I was like, oh, he'll literally will go to the end of the earth for us just so we can be with him because he loves us like that. I said, what am I supposed to do when I go back to earth so people don't think I'm crazy? And he says, go and tell everyone that I love them. I didn't see him at all. I just felt him. He gets on a knee and then gives me a hug. The hug was very like tight and safe, and I did not want to let go. So the first meeting with like Source was, oh my God, I don't deserve to be here. Get me out of here. I'm not perfect. Let me go get perfect. It went from that to, don't let me go from this hug. I felt cared for, and I wasn't used to that. I definitely was not used to being someone caring about me. Like what? Not like genuinely, unconditionally. I would say he's a male, right? Because like his dominance was just so like manly male. It was like the most macho male. But that hug and his caring was way more than woman, like way more than a woman. So it's like kind of both and all in one. So that's why I kind of say Source. I don't really call him him.
It reads like a how-to guide in historical whitewashing. Are you aware that this new version of the bill from the Senate removes the writings of Frederick Douglass?
I am.
Are you aware that this new version of the bill from the Senate removes the writings of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.?
Yes.
Are you aware that this new version of the bill from the Senate removes the history of Native Americans?
The way the bill is laid out,
that's a yes or no question.
Because we were very clear that we could not be
new version of the bill
about every single document out there that we could. I'm going to give you an answer. You're not. This isn't a trial. I'm going to give you an answer.
Okay, I'm ready for the answer.
The way it's set out is so that a teacher can go to different documents and different authors by which to teach from. It's by no means meant to be a conclusive list.
Let me just ask you one more time. Are you aware that this new version of the bill from the Senate removes the history of Native Americans? It's on page 3 of the side-by-side if you don't have it in front of you.
Then I believe you.
Okay. Are you aware that this new version of the bill removes mentions of Cesar Chavez?
Yes.
Are you aware that this new version of the bill removes mentions of Susan B. Anthony?
Yes, I am.
Yet the new version of the bill from the Senate, this is not the bill we all passed as a House, but the Senate's version, it still includes the writings of Alexis de Tocqueville, and he's not even an American. Could that be because he's a white man?
Not exactly.
It was officially time to start the initiation. I just so happened to run into the person who was running all of it.
Hi. Yeah, so you guys are offering, what is it, personality tests?
Yeah, you never take one?
No, take my virginity.
Welcome.
Let's go. All right.
Take a seat.
So like, should I drop my pants or?
No. Keep
Oh.
your pants on.
Oh, cool.
Well done.
Morning.
Okay.
Morning. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
A little sickness.
Okay, so let me explain how this works. You have 200 questions.
Okay.
You read the question, and you have 3 options of answers.
So it's kind of like straight, bisexual, gay.
It's a yes, no, maybe.
All right,
Tell
perfect.
me again your name.
Durf.
All
right.
Okay, Durf.
All right, I'm gonna get this shit cooking.
Exactly.
75 million years ago, there was a galactic federation of different planets which was ruled by an alien space lord, Xenu. Xenu felt that his federation was overpopulated, so he rounded up tons of aliens in countless planets and froze their freaking bodies. Xenu kidnapped all of his fellow aliens and took them to our planet, Earth. Xenu, along with all his space cruisers, dumped all of his frozen alien bodies into the volcanoes of Hawaii. After aliens have died, their souls floated up to the sky, but Xenu didn't want their spirits to get away, so he built a giant soul catchers in the sky. The souls were taken into ginormous facilities which was built to brainwash these vast alien souls. The aliens were freed into the world and decided to possess the early Homo sapiens, which today causes all of our emotions!
I'm not gonna lie, this shit, I am Christmas treeing.
Ain't no way I was gonna do all that. That bitch was 200 questions. But eventually when it ended, she came and she rated me my scores.
So this is your graph. Whatever you see in this area, you don't want. This is the...
Oh, there is a lot of it.
But you see, it's way better to know than not to know.
Yeah.
Do you know where you are? This is Scientology. Is there someone in your life that opposes you?
My ex.
Your ex?
Yeah.
What's happening?
She cheated on me back in 2020.
And you're still in communication with her?
She's like my booty call.
Your what?
Like booty call.
Okay.
Yeah. She just like degrades me.
Then your mom is right. Find another girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a good-looking man. So.
Thank you. That's part of why I got cheated on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I was having way too much fun with this. But I had to remember the main reason why I was there was get initiated. And for that to happen, I had to go through a spiritual process they call auditing. My buddy James, one of like the only things he said is like there's something called auditing. AIDS?
Auditing.
Oh, AIDS.
Auditing.
Oh.
Is auditing.
Oh, so AIDSing. So like, you know.
No, AIDS is something.
Oh, AIDS. All right.
This auditing.
Yeah.
Is $125. Can you come back tomorrow? Do you work tomorrow?
I think I can squeeze it on my lunch break. I was in. Actually, I was in. I had that auditing appointment set up for the next day, and just like that, I was one step closer to my mastermind plan.
You probably wonder, why do white people pay so much attention to black people if they don't like them? You would think if you didn't like something, why would you be paying attention to it? I don't pay attention to things I don't like.
What's the answer?
The answer is the liar knows what lie he told. You see what I'm saying? So even if I made it deceitful and I made you think that the answer's over here, but the answer is really over here, I'm still going to be looking over here. Me, the one that tricked, because I know this is the right answer. Black people have lost their identity, but our oppressors have not lost our identity. That's just why they chopped those noses off of the Pharaoh and the Sphinx in Egypt in the first place, is because without this nose, we can tell you this is whoever it is. But with that nose, it can only be Why would somebody vandalize a whole face and only vandalize one part? Nobody wanted to knock an eye off or take an ear off or no chins missing. No, just the nose.
Parents, please, please watch out for your children. These child predators are out here. So I just came out of Target and there was a gentleman in there. And he was just kind of walking slow. Didn't pay it a lot of attention at first, but I noticed this man never really went down an aisle. He was just kind of lingering at the end cap, kind of peeking down the aisle. He didn't have a cart, a basket, anything. Didn't have anyone with him that I could see. It was just him. And he had like a cell phone and it looked like a small walkie-talkie in his hand. So I looked at him. It kind of looked weird. But when I looked at him, he picked up an item like he was looking at it. So, you know, I went down the aisle, whatever. So a few minutes later, I saw this same man. Well, he's still doing the same thing in the same section, right? And we're in a toy section. So it looked really weird. He didn't have a child with him. He's just creepily at the end caps looking down the aisle. So it just didn't feel right. So I started to look down these aisles and I see there's a young lady. She looks like she's maybe 14, maybe 13, 14. And she has a littler girl with her that looks to be like 5 or 6. Well, the older girl is just like texting on her phone or whatever, not really paying attention. And this man is just, he's watching them. And you could tell, like, it was obvious that he was watching them. So I kind of stayed back a little bit at first because I wasn't sure if they were together or not, but it didn't feel right. So I walked right up to him and I asked him, I'm like, who are you here with? And she looked at me kind of startled. She was like, my mom. And I was like, where's your mom? And she said, in the bathroom. And I was like, okay. I said, look, I said, please don't get loud. I was like, but there's a gentleman who's been watching you. I was like, I want to take you to your mom. Like, let's go to your mom. And I kind of, because of her age, expected her to kind of give me a little bit of, you know, backlash, but she didn't. Immediately, you could tell she kind of got nervous. So I took the small child by the hand And this other young lady, I tapped her on the shoulder, and we started, to go down. We left the aisle. So as we leave the aisle and we get onto, an open space, an opener space, we're walking up towards customer service. And so she says, I'm going to call my mom. And I said, yes, please call your mom. I said, tell her we're going to customer service. So as she's on the phone, she's trying to call her mom. I noticed this man has now came from the end cap, and he is behind us. So her mother didn't answer. So since I noticed him behind us, I started walking a little faster. Well, I noticed he started walking a little faster as well. So I already had the young one's hand. I grabbed the older one by the hand too. And I was gripping for dear life because it just did not feel right. And I was like, if he tries to take one of these kids today, like, there's going to be a fight to the death. So we're going up to customer service. And when we get there, the older one says, well, there's the bathroom. I can go and see if she's in there. I said, no, we're going to stay here. I was like, I don't want you to go in there by yourself. I was like, I'm going to have customer service page her. So I went up to the desk, and I'm kind of shielding these girls because I'm not sure where the gentleman, he was right behind me, and I wasn't sure where he went. But what was creepy is, as we are going to customer service, you have to pass the front doors. You can see another gentleman kind of just standing up there against the wall. Now, I didn't know anything about this man, didn't know if they were together, didn't know, but it didn't look right the way he was kind of looking around, standing on the wall right outside the glass door. Okay, well, I tell the lady at customer service, the older one tells him her mother's name. She's going to page. I said, do you have security in this store? And she was like, you mean like a security guard? And I was like, security. And she was like, well, not actual security, just like, loss prevention. And I said, okay, can you call the store manager? So she pages the children's mother and the store manager. So the children's mother gets there first, and she was like, oh, I was over there looking for you. And I was like, ma'am, look, I was like, there is a gentleman in this store that was scoping out your kids and following them. I was like, I saw them in the toy department. I said, I told them to come here and we were going to page you. I was like, and I'm not sure where this gentleman is at this moment. And so you could just tell she freaked out. All the color went out of her face. She just turned white. Well, the store manager came up, and I explained to him what was going on. And he was like, I promise you this happened a couple of days ago with a gentleman. We couldn't find him. We didn't know where he went. And I was like, do you have someone that can walk us out of this store? Because at this point, it doesn't feel safe, especially for this woman and these kids. And he was like, yeah, he would get a couple of team members. Well, they came, and we all kind of, started leaving out of the store, because at this point, I don't want anything. I am shaking, because it was just that creepy. So we're leaving to go out of the store. And the gentleman that was standing outside, on the wall, he's still out there, and he has one of the same, walkie-talkies as the gentleman that was in the store. When we get to her car, there's a white van, a small white van parked right next to her car. Immediately next to her car. When I looked in that van, the gentleman in the driver's seat was the same man that was inside the store. And when I tell you, he gave me the creepiest smirk, it just sent chills over me. And I told the store manager and the associate and the mother, I was like, that is the man that was in the store. So the store manager goes to write down the tag number, and the van pulls out so slow, and he goes right up to the front to pick up the guy who was on the wall in front of the store with the other walkie-talkie that I had noticed. And it was just so creepy. Well, the mother burst out into tears, and she was like, oh my God, that van was in that same spot when I pulled in and went into the store. That means this gentleman had scoped her and her children out from the parking lot. Parents, look, please be very careful. I'm really hoping with that tag number they can get this gentleman. But parents, please be very careful. Be mindful of your children. Keep them with you. Pay attention to your surroundings. Look, even younger ladies going in the store, please pay attention to your surroundings. If something doesn't look right, if it doesn't feel right, go get another associate, get some help, please. But be careful out here. It is crazy. These predators are bold, and they are just, off the chain. Please stay safe out there, please.